What's up, guys? So if you can master market structure, you will be able to trade with the smart money concept. So over here, I'm simplifying smart money trade plan. So right here, we are building our narrative on 4-hour time frame. So which happen to be our what? Overall time frame. So over here, market is in bullish form, giving us what? Higher high, higher low, higher high, and then what? Higher low, giving us what? Break of structure. But when price get to here, guess what? Price take off the previous higher low. This is it here, and then what? It came back here, now giving us what we all know as what? Lower high, and then it continues like that to the downside, and then it pull back here, continue, pull back, and then what? It continue, giving us what? Break of structure to the downside as what? A bearish trend. And then when price also get here also, it take over the previous lower high, and then it pull back again, giving us what? Lower, higher low, and then what? Higher high, and then it also what? Continues like that to the up form. So that is our narrative on what? The 4-hour time frame. So here is price bullish or what? Bearish. So we could see that what? Price is on what? A bullish form, giving us what? Higher high, higher low, higher high, and higher low. But when price also will get to a supply here, it flipped from what? Demand to supply. So over here, supply is in what? Control, and then what? They begin to push price downward, giving us bearish what? Structure form. So let us move back again to see. So over here, as our step 2, we are still mapping what we all know as support, and then what? Demand zone, still on what? 4-hour time frame. So now when you look at here, you see that what? Demand is in control, because price is giving us what? Higher high, higher low, and then what? Higher high, continues like that. So whenever a previous high is taken, we all know it as what? Break of structure. So over here, when price got here, we are expecting price to pull back to where? A demand zone, which is here. So there we are going to what? Enter the trade, and then what? It continues like that, giving us what? A break of structure. So let us move down to step 3 to see how it's going to be. So over here on step 3, we are now on what? A 15 minutes time frame. So over this 15 minutes time frame, we see that what? Bulls is in control. So over here, it still give us what? Break of structure as usual, but it get to some form of what? A supply zone. So over here, supply took over, and then what? They begin to push price down, giving us what? Lower high, lower low, and then what? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then it also what? Continues like that to the down form. So now when price also get to a demand zone here, demand also what? Begin to take control over what? The trend, and they also begin what? To take power, giving us what? Pushing price up, giving us higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and it also what? Continues like that to the form. So step 4, as here. So over here, as we see what? Price. So over here, as the 15 minutes time frame is our what? Entering model. So over here, you see that this circle right here, I've only what? Captured the 15-minute time frame, which I'm going to be illustrating concerning about how you can actually find a nice entrance, when it comes to what? Market structure or what? Smart money trading concept. So over here, we see that price was giving us what? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then what? It continues like that. But over here, price failed to give us what? Lower what? Low, and then it took off what? The previous lower high, giving us what? Break of what? Flip of what? Trend. So over here, we have what we all know as a change of character, which is what? Market structure what? Shift. So over here, it shifts from what? Bearish to what? Bullish now. So now demand is in control, because price approaches where a demand zone, and then what, it begins to change a direction, now giving us what, higher high instead of what, higher low, and then what, this is now our new what, higher low. So over here we have been what, our entering place concerning about what, smart money what, trading plan. So now price is what, fractal. Whatever happened on the higher time frame must first what, happen on the lower time frame. So now remember, when we start, we built our narrative on where, higher time frame, which is what, the 4-hour time frame, and then we zoom down to where, the 15-minute time frame. So now over here, as we see, is what, set entry limit order or edge what, stop loss what, behind this zone. So if we could enter, this is where what, we would have entered our buy and then place our stop loss what, below what, our demand, and then what,